everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is similar to reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And today we have a special guest, super special, Brooke's mom, Tracy.
Hey, everyone.
Yay!
Yay, she talked. Yay. The music was really loud.
It was kind of loud.
I might have to try to fix that. Anyway, okay. So today is, I guess, technically the very first episode we have ever had a guest.
Yes.
So, an official guest. So, how do you feel about that, Tracy? Being our...
I feel really special. And I hope I don't sound like cornbread.
Nah. Nah. Okay. It's funny. I feel like people might think we might prepare for this stuff, and I'm not prepared at all.
Well, you did make a list of questions.
I have some questions. I'm just like, what should we do first? You know? Becky,
well, I do have a quote. So I could do that first.
I forgot. Yeah.
I actually have a quote today, you guys.
I'm proud. Go for it. And a bookmark and everything.
Well,
She's reading a physical book.
I'm actually listening to it, but I remembered what chapter I was in and sort of where it was within the listening.
Yeah.
So I found it quite easily. Okay, let me... Ramses unbuckled the holster, took off his shirt, and began tearing it into strips. Let me strap your shoulder. Nefret showed me how. You can't do much worse than your mother, said Emerson with a reminiscent grin. If it was her petticoat she tore up, women used to wear dozens of them, useful for bandages, but cursed inconvenient in other ways. Astonishment made Ramses drop one end of the cloth he was holding. Had that been a mildly risque double entendre? Nothing double about it, in fact. But to hear his father say such a thing about his mother...
Uh-oh. Awkward. Oh. That's funny. That's like halfway through. So, that's more than halfway.
I'm actually farther along than this now.
This is the book series that when we were in Florida visiting Mary, that I asked her if she had read because I feel like she would like it. It's by Elizabeth
Peters.
Yes.
It's the Amelia Peabody series.
I couldn't think of her name.
Right. I remember you asking her about that.
Yeah.
But she hadn't read it, right?
No. Good job, Becky.
Thank you.
That was funny. I texted her, an hour before we were supposed to meet, and when I was still in bed, and I said, y'all be careful. Y'all drive careful, something like that. And she said, I have a quote. I was like, oh, fantastic. That's good. Okay. Well, thank you for coming to our podcast, Tracy. This has been fun.
You're welcome. It was good to be here. I'll see y'all next week.
All right. So, since you're the guest, I know it's a little warm down here in the dungeon studio. Sorry. Would you like to start off with our normal setup, or would you like to start off with our special questions for you?
Do the normal setup.
Okay. So, then we're all three going to go through and talk about what we've read and everything. We're not going to do hauls. I wasn't planning on doing hauls.
Yes, there's a note in here that says skipping hauls.
Skipping hauls. Okay. Becky, would you like to go first? What have you finished, if you have finished anything?
I was reading this last time we talked, right?
Yeah.
He Shall Thunder in the Sky, so I haven't finished anything.
Okay.
I was going to start that other series and listen to it at the same time, but I'm so invested.
Yeah.
I
can't imagine you'll be wanting to stop
the
Amelia Peabody series halfway. Okay. Well, not halfway, but...
Oh, yeah, when we're almost done?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how I keep talking about how Ramses has been in love with Nefret since he was 10?
Right.
His mother just found out.
Oh.
And it was very it was a very nice moment between the two of them, and and a little, I don't know if sad's the right word, but it was very heartfelt on both of their sides, and it was very I really hope that now that she knows since he doesn't have to keep it a secret because his mom knows, like maybe, I know they're going to get married. It's just like, when is this going to happen?
Yeah. That's your goal.
I'm
that's
hoping
your
that's
destination
going to
in
be
the series.
soon.
Yeah. How old are they now?
He's like 24, 25.
Right. Okay.
So he's been in love with her for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I think in this book, it's like 3 years after she had her miscarriage in the last book. And so it's like he was about 22 when that happened. So it's like, it's kind of time for y'all to get over what happened and get together.
For Becky's sake.
Yes. Because everybody else who's read this series has already been through all of this.
Right. Okay, so you're just reading that right now.
Yeah.
You're almost done.
Yes.
And how many more books is in the series?
I can't remember if there's... Hold on, my mom
like
sent me...
15 or something.
Yeah,
right?
It was something like that. That's the only thing. I'm not sure how many there are actually in it.
When I talk like this, I'm like really clear in the sound.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more, it looks like, after this one.
Oh, okay.
And this is 12, I think, so... Oh, no. So
they
my
all
mom
died.
I think there's 6 more. So my mom warned me that she had written a bunch of books, and then she decided to write one, and in the chronological order, it actually comes in between two other books.
Yeah, like 2.5 in
yeah.
the series or something
and
like that.
So there's one. Remember when I accidentally skipped one?
Yeah.
I was hoping that was that had happened, but no. There is one called The Painted Queen that came in between The Falcon at the Portal and He Shall Thunder in the Sky. If she had told me about this...
So you've skipped more.
Yes, I have skipped another one. So like she wrote The Painted Queen in 2014.
Right.
So The Falcon at the Portal was 99 and He Shall Thunder in the Sky was 2000. So like she wrote it 14 years later.
Right. So you don't really have to read them if you didn't want to, but you probably want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would too.
If only she had told me one book sooner. Go ahead, Miss Tracy.
That's how I am. If I read a series, I want to read them in order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like our friend Faith has this problem too. She'll start a series not realizing that the series isn't complete. And then she's so mad that she has to wait however many years because you don't know.
Right.
Really. I mean, they might have a contract, but you don't know if they're actually going to write the book.
Right.
So, yeah, and if I found that out, like sort of like with the Pretty Little Liars series, there's like 15 books, and some of them are like prequels to certain ones and stuff. And
man.
I'm like, I'm going to have to do some research if I want to keep reading them.
Right.
Yeah. Special guest Tracy, what have you finished?
I recently finished Season of the Machete by James Patterson and someone else.
And someone else.
And I don't remember who the other author was.
Sounds like a completely different type of book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm currently reading. Do you want me to say?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm currently reading Eruption by Michael Crichton and James
Okay.
Patterson.
I've read that. I actually have it, but I didn't. You were listening to it,
Yeah.
so I didn't bother offering. But I do have that book if you want to read it physically.
I'm about 50% through listening to it, so never mind.
Yeah. What was the other one? Something about a machete?
Season of the Machete.
Okay.
So
How was that?
did you like that one?
I did.
It's okay if you didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't. I usually like all of James Patterson's books.
Mm-hmm.
I was not impressed with that one. Sorry, James.
Well, I know we're like, hopefully my breath doesn't stink. Like really close. Well, when we read The Summer House, I thought it was okay, but all in all, I didn't really think it was the best.
No, I agree with that. And for anybody who might want to read it, it is not about a beach house.
No, not at all. No, cracking a cold one on the podcast.
Don't worry, guys. It's not a beer.
We were going to church yesterday,
Sure.
and it's actually a Dr. K zero sugar. We were going to church yesterday, and I had my iced coffee, and we dropped Stetson off in the nursery, and we were walking back into the normal service area. I can't think of what it's called. It's too small to be like an auditorium. but I don't feel like it's a chapel.
Sanctuary?
Maybe. Is that what we're going to call it?
That is what it's called.
We were walking in, but of course we're always like a few minutes late. Like they're always doing like the announcements and stuff, upcoming events and all the things. Everybody's already seated, you know.
You have to make your grand entrance.
Yeah, so Austin was like, well, I better open this Dr. Pepper before we get in there. And he looked at me and he was like, cracking a cold one. And I was like, yeah. So anyway, that made me laugh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. James Patterson's, so far I've not really read a whole lot by James Patterson. And I know he used to write like just himself, and now he works with a bunch of other authors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's to publicize them or if it's just like I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I think when he writes books by himself, they're better.
Yeah.
But he might be trying to help the newer authors.
Yeah, there's some kind of deal there.
There's a James Patterson book you might like, but I don't remember the title of it. I'll have to find out from my mom. But she said that it's like Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple, I think, all have a agency, like a detective agency together. Like they're not set in separate time periods or anything. And I don't know if it's modern.
Right.
But she was like, I said, I don't know if you'll like that book, Mom. Not because the story won't be good, but because most James Patterson books have bad language.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you'll like that. And she started reading it, and she said, oh, it's pretty good so far. She's like in the first chapter. And then she said, you were right. After she got out of the first chapter, I think there was bad language. But you might like it because it's got the greats together. I'll try to find out the name of it for you.
Yeah. And when she does that, I'll try to put it in the show notes. So I know, way to keep me hanging here. What if I feel like there was one by him I read, but I actually don't know if I've read any that was just by James Patterson, except maybe The Act on Audible. But I feel like that also had other...
I think there was another person. Hold on, let me look.
Because The Summer House was by him and somebody I think named Andrew Dubois. Ah. Yeah, and then Eruption, I picked that up because it had Michael Crichton's name on it, not because it had James Patterson's name on it. And I feel like that was written more like James Patterson's style, which was fine, but it's not what I wanted when I went into it. But it was still good, and it's still like fast-paced, entertaining and stuff. So
yeah, it was. What happened? Oh, I clicked on it. It's reading it.
Where did it go?
It's by James Patterson, and where did the name go? Michael something. Michael B. Silver.
Okay. Those are what you finished? What are you currently reading? Eruption.
Yeah. I also finished Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, but y'all talked about that already.
Yeah.
Last week, but yeah, I finished that, because of our book club. Because of our book club meeting we had a couple of weeks ago.
How did you feel about Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, Tracy?
I really liked it. It's not my normal kind of book.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing about the book club, though, because you're going to reach out to where you might not have originally. I liked it a lot. There were a couple of things I didn't like, like the issue about Marks. I'm not going to spoil it, but and then how they weren't together at the end. I mean, they were together but not together.
Yeah,
they were at least had made up.
Yeah, I don't remember what book it was, but I had a similar. Whoa,
I'm so sorry.
A similar thought. You had talked about it like a year or two ago at some point, and it was just like I don't remember what book it was, but you probably will because I feel like it has an impact on you because I think you cried in the episode when we talked about it. But you were watching somebody's last moments in life, like they were dying.
Oh, that was a classic.
Yeah, but it made me, while you're thinking about it, that made me think about what you had said about how like sad and like horrible it felt, but how like I guess kind of like it's like an honor to be there while he's like dying and stuff, and how it was written was really impactful. That's how somebody's death in tomorrow made me feel. I was like, wow, this was like really, really, really sad.
Right.
And I hate that character died, because he was like, by the end of the book, he was the most likable character.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
I know. It was awful.
It was.
Yeah, I really liked that book too. I don't remember what I finished since we recorded last week. And I didn't jot anything down, and I don't remember. I've already like edited the episode. It's already up and published. So like I heard what I talked about.
You don't remember,
but it was literally I heard it last week, and I haven't since then. So I don't know if I talked about having finished Perfect in the Pretty Little Liars series, which is the third one, or Unbelievable in the Pretty Little Liars series, which is the fourth one. Or if I talked about Exit Strategy. Well, I know I talked about Exit Strategy in the Murderbot series.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I finished it.
I don't think you talked about the fourth book in the
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in case anybody's curious about this, Perfect by Sarah Shepard, the third book in the Pretty Little Liars series, was my 65th book of the year, which was my goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of downplays the goal being reached, but it's okay. I feel like it should have been something more impactful, like tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, or anything else, but it's okay. So I did reach my goal, in case y'all were curious. Yeah.
I had upped my goal for this year.
Yeah.
Because last year I exceeded my goal, and now I'm wondering if I'm going to get to my goal. Because
yeah,
I'm on my 64th and 65th book, and I set my goal for 100.
That's a lot.
I've got 4 more months, though.
Yeah.
4 full months. So
do some short stories. That's what your daughter has gotten me to do.
That is the technique.
Okay. I can do that.
And the 13th of this month, we should have Everand back to normal, hopefully.
Yeah. Seriously.
We've both downloaded the Libby Library app so that we can listen to audiobooks through the libraries.
Nice.
And, you have ebooks on there too, but I'm just here for the audio.
Same.
Yeah. I do ebooks on my Kindle, so. Yeah, anyway, I did finish the original series of the Pretty Little Liars collection, which is the first 4 books. So I finished them. Not much to really say about that. They're all pretty much the same. They're just kind of dramatic and ridiculous. And who is this A character who is tormenting these girls, sending them scary messages, threatening to reveal their secrets to people in the town and ruin their lives, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, it ended fine. It ended, and I think she did this on purpose. I don't know if she was planning to continue on in the series with other additions to the series, or if she just wanted to leave it open-ended in case she wanted to finish it, or not finish it, but add more on, because now there's like 15 in the series. But it ended kind of like, oh, they're happily ever after. A has been discovered and taken care of, sentenced to prison, whatever. And this is how their lives went afterwards. They graduated, went to college, whatever. And then it's like, but don't believe everything you hear. Once a pretty little liar, always a pretty little liar.
Oh.
And all of these cheesy little thingies. And so, yeah, I don't know. I might read them. I thought the next one was on the Libby app at my library, but it is not. But it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I might read it on Kindle. I don't know.
I need to utilize my Kindle more.
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. You might get used to it, like physically. Like, not used to it. It wouldn't take you long. It's just you're so on audio right now. You got to sort of transition back to physically reading.
Well, I'm physically reading The Dog Stars.
Still.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finishing that one.
So I gave that to her months and months ago to start reading.
Yeah.
And it was okay if she didn't read it, but at one point I was like, okay, I want my books back. So she gave me all of the ones back that she either had read or wasn't going to read yet, and she kept The Dog Stars, which is fine. But I do remember when I started that, the it's like a train of thought writing style, and at first I thought I was gonna go crazy and like I didn't want to read it, but you sort of have to plow through it.
And that's my problem right now. So I mean, I'll plow through.
Yeah, you kind of have to plow through it, and then it gets a little bit easier to follow, or you just get used to that kind of dialogue. But I also finished the book that Becky picked for me to read on my Kindle.
Yeah.
And that is called The Beauty of the End by Lauren Stienstra. And I just finished it last night.
Okay.
Oh my.
I'm just making all kinds of
you
noise
need
today.
attention, don't you?
I do.
I finished it last night because yesterday was the last day of the month.
Yeah.
And
you wanted to get it done.
Yeah. I wanted it to be finished within that month.
How'd you like it?
I'm a little torn.
Oh.
I'm just going to say it like this the whole time. Nobody can see me.
I need to take a picture.
But my nose is propped up on my microphone. I'm torn. It started off, it was very intriguing. So in the synopsis, my impression before I started the book was that it's sort of a pandemic-y kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a pandemic, but people realize that, or scientists realize that humanity is probably going to go extinct pretty soon because of something that actually changed within our genes. We are not able to create more generations. Like, say they did a test and it would mark you down as a number, and that number would be how many generations your eggs are going to produce.
Oh.
So like, say you had my mother, nobody can see. Say you had marked as like a 5, and then I would be a 4, and then Stetson would be a 3, and so on and so forth until the next, the last one who's marked as Stetson's grandchild would be a 1 or would be a 0.
Right.
Would become what they called a naught, and then that would be it. Like, there's no possible way for us to continue the line of people, of humans.
Wow.
So it was a very interesting concept. They had to figure out how to combine certain people's genes in order to potentially save the human race and stuff. And so I thought that was really, really interesting. So it started off pretty well. And then I got like kind of bored.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, is anything else going to happen? You know? But then things come up that creates a bunch of issues and drama within our main characters and surrounding people. And that kind of hooks you back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then it gets terribly sad.
Oh.
And that kind of hooked me.
The title made me think it was going to be sad.
And I expected it to be more sad throughout the entire book. But what it was really sad close to the end and some like in the middle area. I expected to be like crying in the beginning, and I wasn't. So I was a little surprised, shocked.
But you did cry.
I got a little upset at the end because of a character who dies. But overall, I think I liked it. I think. I'm like,
So do you think you liked it?
It was okay. It was okay. So, like, your main characters are twin sisters who are adopted, and they go into this program that has been brought up because of all of this information that's come out that the humans are going to die out, whatever. This program's been brought up to where you can, I mean, like at 17 or 18 years old, you can then apply to it, and they will take either your uterus or they will take just your eggs and use them for the research. And if they take your uterus, you can, they grant you like a permanent job, because jobs are starting to die out as well. If people are going to die out, certain jobs are going to die out. Things are going to shift. And they're like, okay, you will have security. You have money, jobs, until at least the end of your life if you do this. So it was just really interesting. There was a lot to talk about from this book. And actually at the end of it, there was like book club discussions And I was like, oh, I could see this as a book club book because there's a lot of talk about like reproductive rights and things like that. And then like I think one of the questions is like, how did you feel about the characters just completely giving up the option to even have children in this world where people are dying and people can't have children? That's like the one thing that they want, I guess. I don't know. There was a lot to unpack from this book. So it's like sometimes I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, I don't know if I liked it. I think I liked it. I don't know. There was just a lot. There were twin sisters. I can't. Never mind. One of the sisters is way more ambitious about doing the research than the other sister. And then she does something that dramatically alters a lot of things. And it really pissed me off. and I sort of thought there would be a different outcome. And without spoiling it, I know this is kind of vague, but yeah. So I thought there was going to be a different outcome, and there wasn't. So that doesn't tell you anything.
Well, I think it tells you that it's very tragic.
It is tragic.
If you want to cry, you should read that book.
Yeah.
The Death of Ivan Ilyich is the one that I read where
okay. And I knew it was like the title was like the death of or the life. Like I knew it had life or death and something in the title. And I couldn't tell you which episode that was though, you know.
I don't know either.
So I could have gone back to find it, but no.
And I Googled the name of the other book by James Patterson. It's called Holmes, Marple, and Poe, which makes sense.
That does make Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense.
That's fun. Holmes, Marple, and Poe, like Poirot, but Poe.
It's I said Poirot, but it's actually Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I mean, I guess they could call Poirot Poe, but
he probably wouldn't like that though.
Probably not. Have you read any of sorry, scare you. Have you read any of Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot stories?
No, the only ones I know of are the ones that were movies that we watched. I've not read any of the books.
They're really good. You'd probably like them.
Okay, maybe I will.
Yeah. Anyway, I know I talked a little bit too much about that, but what am I currently reading? You know what? Yeah, what am I currently reading? I don't know. I am listening to 5 Total Strangers on the library, my Libby app, by Natalie D. Richards. And I'm 30% of the way through. I actually messaged her last night, and I said, Tracy, for anybody who can't see.
So everybody.
Yeah. And I said, I'm only this percentage through, but you might like it. It's whatever. I explained it roughly about what happens.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you would like it. I think there's some cussing. This is bad. I don't really remember sometimes when there's cussing or not.
I don't either. It's because you get used to it. As long as it's not really bad,
right?
You sort of get used to hearing it.
And I've read a book where I was like, every word, this or every page, this word is on here like 5 times. Like, can you stop? It's like a little much.
Well, I remember the really bad cuss words a lot, but like if they're just, not the really, really bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The F word and the other one about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, they don't hit me as hard as those two do.
Right.
So.
But it's pretty good so far.
I'd say the same thing for me. Like if they use normal cuss words and not those, it doesn't bother me as much.
Right.
Yeah. It's easier to, and it's easier, I think, physically to read it, which I think you've said before. Mm-hmm. But this one it's about a girl who is actually a senior in high school, but it's not written as a YA story. Like it's an adult novel. She is trying to come home from California, I think, to Pennsylvania. And she has a layover. She already flies like whatever portion she flew. And there's a layover, and it turns out all of the flights are canceled and because of a blizzard that's coming up. And so she's like, I don't know what to do. And this person she was on the flight with who sat next to her was like, well, I'm going to go get a rental car. You can come with me if you want. Well, I'll drop you off wherever. I think in Pittsburgh is where she's trying to get dropped off. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know you. I just sat with you on the plane. I don't know you. And if you're anything like me, I don't talk to anybody on the plane.
You could be a serial killer.
Right. I don't know anything about you. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try to figure something out. So they separate. But then she realizes she can't get home. So she finds her and she's like, oh, you're going to join us? And she's like, join us? She's like, yeah, me and my friends. And it's like a group of 4 people. And she's like, oh, okay. So y'all are friends. This is good. And at least you all know each other. And so she's trying to get home, riding on this 6-hour road trip through a blizzard with a bunch of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And things start to be revealed. People are acting a little weird and stuff. So it's starting to become a little unsettling.
Oh, no.
Yep. It's pretty good. I don't know. So far, I'm only like 30% through.
Sounds like something I would like.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if... So, like, the Libby app is obviously different than Everand because it's libraries that you pick in your area.
Right.
So I don't know if your library would have it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to look.
Yeah. Okay. You're currently reading Thunder in the Sky.
He Shall Thunder
in the Sky. Yeah. Okay. I haven't started anything else. I have an idea of what I'm going to start next, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Let's get into our questions for Miss Tracy. You have the list with you as well? Do you
I
want
have it pulled up.
Start with you want to do the first question and then I'll do the next question, and we only have 4 really, so
yeah,
go back and forth.
We've technically already asked a couple of these.
Yeah.
So the first question is, what's your favorite genre to read and why?
So I like suspense and thriller. And the reason why is because I enjoy them a lot more. I like to always try and figure out who the villain is. Yeah. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. I had Brooke read one a couple months back because I was like, you have to read it. I need to know if you think the same person I did.
That was the People Next Door by Keri Beevis. Mm-hmm. That was actually a really good one. I think there was a lot of cussing in it, but the whole setup and premise to it, I think, is something you would enjoy. Mm-hmm. But that was I liked that one.
Yeah.
And I think I guessed it right, but I wasn't confident. Yeah. So I didn't stick with it.
I knew almost from the beginning, or I thought I knew almost from the beginning, and then I was right. So crazy people.
Fun feeling.
It is.
Hey. It's a good thing you're my mom. Right. When your mom comes on the podcast, she's got to sit over there with you.
Yeah.
And get this close.
I think if I had swapped the microphones,
it would have been better.
Probably would have been better, but it's okay. Okay. Is that all you have to say about your favorite genres? You said thrillers and what else?
Suspense thrillers. Suspense and thrillers.
So those are your favorite. What's your least favorite so far? Well, not really. I shouldn't say least favorite. What's something you don't? You're not going to pick up.
Can I name a book that I didn't like?
Yeah.
Do you probably know which one it is? It was a book club book on the podcast
that you did not like.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight?
Yeah. I did not enjoy that at all. Of course, I don't think it helped that I was listening to it on where a girl had recorded it sitting in her bedroom. And you heard everything. And if she messed up, if she said, and then the sun came out, but if she was supposed to say, and then the sun came out, and she said, and then the sun came out. And you would hear her
didn't edit it?
No, she didn't edit it at all. And you would hear her turning pages, and she started coughing at one point.
That must have been a school project.
It must have been. It was awful.
Yeah.
But I just really didn't like the premise.
That's sort of a light fantasy. That's not really a full-blown high fantasy kind of thing. But so fantasy. I know you don't really care for sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think one day we might change that. But you like sentimental sci-fi.
I do, yeah.
Is what it's called, which is Station 11, How High We Go in the Dark.
Yeah.
Into the Forest. That kind of stuff that we read. I'll put all the authors' names in the show notes. Sorry.
I guess just the fantasy is probably the one I really don't like.
Yeah. Interesting.
My mom doesn't like fantasy either.
Maybe it's an our age thing.
Maybe.
I think it's just, you got to find something that you actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard. You know, I like fantasy. I couldn't tell you the last time I actually picked up a fantasy book.
I know, it's been a couple years.
I've been doing sci-fi,
Mm-hmm.
and I really am enjoying sci-fi. And I know I like fantasy, but I haven't picked it up. I also know I don't like really romance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a lot of people love romance.
Yeah, no, I don't like romance. I don't know if romance is worse or fantasy.
I can tell you romance is worse.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. My next question is for me to ask. What's your preferred format to read books? Ebook, audio, or physical?
So, I really prefer physical, but I utilize audiobooks a lot.
Yeah.
Because I can, as you've mentioned before on the podcast, listen to them at work.
Yeah. I'm a little jealous. That's why it comes up so often.
I have my own office, and it's a really laid back company, so I can sit there but I usually wear an ear pod, but yeah, I can sit there and listen to books while I'm working.
It's
and of
very
course
nice.
she gets the work done too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely get the work done. I just pause the book if I need to answer the phone or answer a question for one of the guys or something.
Yeah. So yeah, physical, but you utilize audio. I utilize audio as well. I've actually been. I'm a physical book, and an ebook is my preference. Well, physical is my number one, and then ebook because it's so easy and convenient. E for ebook, easy. Get it? That's not what it stands for, but and then audio. Audio is not my preferred, but a lot of times it's doable and convenient.
I think my preferred is a physical book, and then audio, and then ebook, because I don't do a lot of ebooks yet.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and start.
she has a whole Kindle.
I do. I've used it for one book.
What book
That's
was
funny.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
that? Oh,
I could look back through my 2 lists, but it was last year sometime, so I don't know that I could find it before the show was up.
then you'd have to look on your Kindle to see.
Yeah.
What's your preferred?
Physical,
Yeah.
but I just don't. I'm always driving.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so when I moved here, the drive was distinctly longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and I think I started listening to podcasts more. I had already listened to audiobooks a few times, but they weren't really a big thing to me until I moved down here and I started to drive to work, and it was like an hour both ways.
Right.
So then I started to really put away audiobooks.
Right.
And, what a time.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question's yours, Becky.
Let's see. You have Storygraph. How many books have you read this year? Which I think we already talked about that, but you can repeat it.
I've read 63, and I'm working on 64 and 65.
Wow.
And then what did you say your goal was for this year?
100.
So I feel like you're going to make your goal. I don't see why
Probably.
you wouldn't.
Probably will, since I use a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah, we kind of goofed with Everand, though. Hopefully it'll fix it.
Yeah, I messed that up. Sorry.
That's okay. That was a stupid thing I did.
I agree.
Did I not put the other question on here? Yeah. It's not on mine.
Well,
Okay, so I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually the next one, not the Storygraph one, because I
Oh.
thought I put it in my notes accordingly.
Did I miss it on here?
No,
What's-
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless I added it on yours. I don't
What's
know.
the question?
It is, when you do read physical books, do you prefer hardcover or paperback?
Paperback.
Paperback. You said that recently, and I don't know if it was at the book club or not, or
I think
somewhere
it was.
else. But for some reason, I thought you actually preferred hardcover.
No, they're heavy.
Until you said they are heavy.
Mhm.
They are. That's one of my issues.
Yeah.
But there's some thick paperback books.
Yeah. I have a question.
Okay.
Your father and I were discussing it. He wanted to know if you had ever read Gone with the Wind.
No. And I think I had a copy. I think I gave it to Becky. as
You
well
did.
as Scarlet.
That's what
You
I was gonna
did.
ask. Did you give her Scarlet as well? I've read Gone with the Wind like 4 times,
I've read it once.
and I read Scarlet once.
I've never read Scarlet, but I have seen the movie.
Yeah.
So.
I have only watched Gone with the Wind on VHS tape.
So in high school, we had to in our English class we had to watch the movie
Mm-hmm.
and then I think write some report about it or whatever. But anyway, I was like, I'm going to read the book after we had done our work, and so I started reading it, and I liked it so much I read it 3 more times, and I wouldn't think that would be a book that I would
Yeah.
like that much.
Like, there must be really something about it. I mean, it's good. It's a good story, but, like, I wouldn't have thought that, oh, let me read this several more times.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember what it was about it that I enjoyed so much, but I was also much younger. That was like,
Right.
35 years ago.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I prefer paperback. I will read a hardcover if it's, like, my only way for a book, especially if I'm borrowing it from somebody, which I have a couple of those. And I'm like, well, I just need to read it and give it back. But I really prefer paperback when I'm reading a physical book. And you prefer, Becky, hardcover
That is true.
because you're fancy pantsy. Megan does too because she's fancy pantsy. But she
And-
actually doesn't read too often until recently, and
Yeah.
she's been buying paperbacks.
And Ella prefers hardback. As a matter of fact, when she used her own money to buy the help me out.
The school for
No.
Good and Evil? No.
The one she's reading right now.
right now. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? The
Yeah.
Hunger Games
The
books?
Hunger Games, thank you.
Yeah.
When she used her own money to buy the Hunger Game books, there were some beautiful
Yeah.
paperback
They
covers.
redid them.
Yes. And she was looking for the hardcover and she couldn't find it. I said, well, why don't you just get one of these? She goes, no, I want a hardcover. I was like, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. You'll have to go to like Books A Million or Barnes and Noble.
I think we were in a Books A Million.
Yeah, I should try Barnes and Noble. I used to like Books A Million more. I think it's just because it was the closest.
Mm-hmm.
But now, actually, having ventured and seeing several different Barnes and Nobles in several different places,
Right.
I'm like, wow, they really have it together compared to Books A Million.
Really?
No offense, yeah. Barnes and Nobles are really nice, but they're also expensive.
Yeah.
So I buy on Amazon.
Right.
I think the only time I've been in Barnes and Noble in the recent years is when me and you went to the one that was closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we bought like 40 something books.
That was a time. That was a time to be alive. There was 75% off.
That's been a couple years, hasn't it? Like 2 or 3?
That was like 2 years ago, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, you weren't pregnant with Stetson,
Right.
so it would have been. Well, yeah, 2 years ago, 2.5.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay. And then you have the last question.
I have more questions.
Okay. What are your questions?
No, on the one you sent me. I have more
Well,
questions.
the last one on my list is there a book you would like to recommend to any listeners?
So I really, really, really liked Remarkably Bright Creatures, and then anything by Frederick Bachman.
Oh my goodness, yes, he's such a good writer.
Yeah, I love all of his books. And when I started with the Beartown series, and
Mhm.
so I listened to the 3 of them, got very upset at the end of it because
Mhm.
Did you read them?
I did not read them. Just
Oh, okay.
Brooke
Well,
talked about them.
Well, I've only... and I should just read that whole series because I've only read the first one and I haven't read the other 2.
well, you should.
Yeah.
It's really good. But then I read after that. I was like, I really like his writing, so I listened to every single other book that he had at the time. He's got 2 more though that have just recently come out.
Okay.
Yeah, one's called My Friends,
Mhm.
and I didn't know he had 2. What's the other one?
Let me see if I've got it on my
My
to be
Friends
read
was
list.
published this year. I know
Yeah.
that was like the newest one.
There was one from 2024.
She started using Goodreads. I feel a little betrayed by it.
I'm still using the other one.
Storygraph.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I finally my
Oh,
friend.
the answer is no. I've read that one. I read it on Kindle. It's a short story.
Oh, okay.
It's very short.
Oh, that should be the next one you read then.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
the answer, it's funny. It's kind of weird, but it's good.
Well, like I said, I really liked his books. I really liked the Beartown series. So
The only one I've read by him is A Man Called Ova. Uva. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. And, even having read the book, then when you watch the movie, it was still the last scene. I mean, if you haven't watched it or read the book, do. But the last scene was so sad.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, the last scene with him in it, I guess.
Oh, you know how I feel about when they change things.
Yeah.
I did not care for the one with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Right.
But there was another version made. Where's he from? Not Switzerland. The Netherlands? Where's he from?
I thought it was Switzerland.
Maybe it is
yeah,
Switzerland. So they made a movie there, and it's in their language, but it has, we found it with English subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
It was way closer to the book, and it was very well done.
Okay.
And I liked their Uva better as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. I liked A Man Called Otto, but I read something about it, and it was like talking about how it is like they admitted like it was a very like Americanized adaptation. Like they did all of that completely on purpose, just to make it more appealing to American citizens. So I did like it, and I thought that was interesting. But yeah, they changed a lot of things.
Yeah, they did.
Of course, Tom Hanks' acting was really good, but
Tom Hanks is always good.
yeah.
But as a reader, it bothers me that the book was so popular, you thought it'd be a great idea to make a movie.
Yeah.
But instead of making it the way the book was, that was popular, you changed it because you thought it would be more popular. That's dumb.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, so if you don't read, then it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But I feel like if you like the story, I mean, you can get on with any kind of story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can get used to the way, like the certain car was a sob.
Right.
And like you can get used to that.
Right.
You know? I don't know. So yeah, I understand.
I didn't like in the movie how they played down the one teenager that was he mentally challenged?
I don't remember.
I don't remember but he was gay, I think. Was he?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, but that they played down his role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Because in the book he had a much bigger part.
And I think actually you had mentioned they had like combined.
Yeah, they combined two
to make
characters.
Somebody, and that kind of. While that character in themselves might be interesting, you still left out all the individual characters, and that's that kind of downplays it.
Well, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Frederick Bachman is really, really good. Yeah, I really liked him. I haven't read My Friends. I think that's the only one I haven't read by him that I know he has. There might be other short stories that I'm not aware he has, because I didn't realize The Answer Is No was a short story.
Okay.
So I started reading it on my Kindle, and it was like literally might be under 200 pages, might even be under 100 pages. I don't really remember, but it's a really short story.
Okay.
But it's good.
Oh, I'll have to see if it's on Everand.
Yeah.
I'll be glad when we can go back to Everand.
Yeah. And who else did you say? Oh, you said Remarkably Bright Creatures. Every time we bring that up with anybody, they're like, oh, what a good book.
Yeah. Jess didn't like the end because she said it was too convenient.
Yeah.
But I was okay with the end.
I was too.
I get her point. But
Yeah, I do
I was
too.
okay with it.
But I was happy with how it all came together. Because sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it
Especially
to be really
at the end
convenient.
of that book.
Yeah.
And then,
you would really like that book.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you've read it. I know
I
I've
haven't.
brought it up a couple times, but
it was really good.
You'd really like that.
I mean, I listened to it on audiobook while I was at work.
Oh, and you have to. You have to listen to it.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, I had just started this new job when I listened to that book.
Mm-hmm.
And I cried from the beginning to the end.
Oh, wow.
But happy tears, sad. I mean, it was all, I mean, there were moments when I wasn't crying.
And it was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. And when he would get out of the tank to go do stuff, I would get so tense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good book. A very good book.
It's partially about an octopus.
I remember you talking about, yes.
I was like, when he gets out of the tank, when we let him out. No, because it's an octopus in an aquarium, people.
Yeah, he's the
in case
main
you don't
character.
know.
When she said that, I was like, oh, I feel like this is the book about the octopus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I I don't look at those creatures the same now.
No.
Like I can't.
Used to when I would see stuff about octopi.
I think so.
I'd be like, so what? Now I'm like, oh, they're so smart. They really are intelligent. You don't know that. I mean,
you know that, but
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't have an emotional connection with a fictional octopus.
right. Yeah. I didn't actually know that they were as intelligent as they actually are.
I knew. I mean,
But you also liked marine biology stuff when you were
Yeah.
younger, so.
well, that's those are the books.
That's the last two questions. I don't know if they're on yours or not.
What are the questions?
Oh yeah, I put that in a different section. I
Oh
think.
yeah, because that's going to be for our what's it called? That we're Patreon. We're gonna end this episode, and then we're gonna do some questions with you that you only get to hear if you subscribe to Patreon. Sorry, guys. This is something we're trying. And we don't know when it's going to be on Patreon yet, but it will be.
And y'all can announce it
Yes.
when it is.
That's right.
And I had another one that I didn't actually put in that list for Patreon. So
Okay.
that's what I was just looking up. Okay. What are you going to read next, Becky?
What is the next one in this series? Hold on.
I like when you have to tell me all the names of these books, and then I try to immediately remember them, and I
I know
can't.
what that stands for now. Frederick Bachman.
Facebook.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
See,
Frederick
you
Bachman,
should've-
that makes sense.
You should have just typed out Frederick
I
Bachman.
should have.
Okay, so when I'm done, I'm going to have to go back and find The Painted Queen because
Okay.
that's the one that I should have read before this one
Mhm.
chronologically, even though it wasn't published till 14 years later.
Yeah.
And after The Painted Queen will be Lord of the Silent.
See, the title "Lord of the Silent" sounds like the end, but I don't think it's the end. Is
It's
it?
not. After that is The Golden One, Children of the Storm, The Serpent on the Crown, and Tomb of the Golden Bird.
Sheesh.
And Tomb of the Golden Bird was written in 2006, so she waited another 8 years to write the one that she inserted.
So
That's a long time.
that's like the Star Wars movies. Because to me, they're still one from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
5. I don't know why they were like, oh, you've watched 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and
Yeah.
6. Now you're going to watch 1, 2, and 3. No, the first ones were 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your father has a fit about that. You know, if you say it wrong,
Right.
like if we say, well, that was the first one. He's like, no, that was the fourth one. I'm like, well, it was the first one I saw.
It's the first one that came out in theaters.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
What are you going to read next, Tracy?
So
What are your plans?
I'm going to read our book
Don't tell me the name.
our book club book next. Hopefully we'll be getting those this week, and I'm going to read the 2 Frederick Bachman books that I've not read. The Answer is No and My Friends.
You might be able to read The Answer is No before you get the
Yeah,
book club book.
especially if I finish Eruption in the next couple of days.
Sorry, say that again.
Especially if I finish Eruption in the next couple of days.
It's tough being a film star. We have to do many takes. Yeah. I read The Answer is No on Kindle Unlimited. So I know it was available on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know if it is now, and I don't know how you're going to read it.
Oh, I could read it at home on Kindle at night, like tonight even maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
since I have
Sorry.
a Kindle. And it's a short story.
Right.
My problem with reading physical books at home, like at the end of the day, is if I start reading them, I fall asleep.
Oh, I do the same thing.
That's
Sorry.
why it takes me so long.
I only fall asleep if I'm laying down. I cannot lay down.
Well, I can't listen to a book in the bed because I'll fall asleep listening to it.
Yeah. Me
And
too.
then who knows? I'm like, well, I don't know where I was. When
And that, I know we've talked about that recently, and that feels like that's so bad. Like that's a sin. Like that feels like
Yeah.
really bad. Like you've done something wrong. Like what's wrong with you? That's very like taboo.
Right.
I agree.
Like I don't mind falling asleep. Like if I want to get caught up on our podcast and I'm
Right.
listening to it as a reminder. If I fall asleep listening to the podcast, it's okay. I mean, I can re-listen to the episode. It's not that bad.
Right. And it's something we've already done.
Right.
You know,
So,
Yeah.
a book is new.
right.
Yeah.
Who knows what you might miss?
Exactly.
I'm going to read some things next. I don't know. I'm going to read. Hey.
Hey.
I don't know.
I wish we were recording this on video.
So you can see how awkwardly close we are. I know I want to read a book called Feed by Mira Grant.
Oh, that looks good. The cover of it looks like it's a book I would like.
Well, let me read this to you, and you can tell me if that's still true.
Okay.
So I have a feeling it might not be.
Oh.
The year is 2014. Okay, first of all,
Already don't.
yeah, 2014. I don't
She
think so.
said, I already don't.
I'm just kidding.
It is the first in a 4-book series also. The year is 2014. We had cured cancer. We had beat the common cold. But in doing so, we created something new, something terrible that no one could stop. The infection spread, virus blocks taking over bodies and minds with one unstoppable command: feed. Now, 20 years after the Rising, Georgia and Sean Mason are on the trail of the biggest story of their lives, the dark conspiracy behind the infected. The truth will come out, even if it kills them. That does still...
I
That's,
think it sounds good, but 2014?
yeah, I mean, it was
Like,
written
A
in...
few, like 10 years ago?
I mean, this was written in 2010, so...
So then it would be 2034 when they're doing that. That's 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds good.
Okay, well, you should read it.
Well, I also liked Station 11.
Yeah. Station 11 is a really good book, Becky.
Becky hasn't read it yet?
No.
No.
Get
It's
with
been
it, Becky.
time for 3 years.
That's a good one. I know I want to start that because I found it. I was like, this sounds really interesting. And I paid $8.99 for it on Kindle, so I'm gonna read it. And then I want to read the next book in the Murderbot Diaries, which is called something.
Strange title.
Wait. Hold the phone.
We are.
It's not is it it is Network Effect. Never mind. Okay, it's called Network Effect. So it's the next one in that series. So I assume it'll be relatively the same as the other several books that I've read in the series where the robot is trying to figure out stuff from its past and help certain people and have it not be revealed to the other people that it's a robot because it's not supposed to be able to do the things it's doing.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So, entertaining. And, yeah. I don't know, there's a bunch of things I have on my Kindle, but I also really want to read some scary books. Because it's getting to that part of the year where I feel like I need to read a bunch of horror books.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. Oh, I also have a stack of books upstairs that I wanted to read. That I sort of went through my bookshelf physically, and I was like, what books should I read soon? That sounds interesting. Some are scary, some are not. I don't know. We'll see if it even actually happens.
We'll see.
So, all right. Anything else to add, Becky?
No.
Anything else to add, Tracy? How does it feel being our first guest?
It feels so special.
Yeah.
I can sign autographs when we're done reporting.
Okay. I'll give you some paper towels to sign on.
One day we'll have like this meet and greet for people to come and meet us and get our autographs. We'll invite you.
Yeah.
Of course, because I'm the first guest.
They're gonna be like, is Tracy here? I'll be like, well, probably. She probably is here. Selling our merch like crazy.
I am going to order some more bookmarks this week because I gave our book club
Oh, nice.
bookmarks. Y'all's
Very
bookmarks.
nice.
So
Oh, maybe we have some new
Yeah.
listeners.
Jess, she just started coming, and you handed her a bookmark, And I don't think I realized that. I think Jess sometimes listens to the podcast. I don't think I realized that.
Oh, yeah.
Or she just knew. I don't know. And she was like, "Oh, is Becky going to come?"
Oh, I should just make an appearance one night.
So I have to read the books, the dog books that I got at the Evening for the Canines. Oh my God, I can't talk about that a lot. But anyway, I have to read that author's first book so we can invite her to do at the other book club. I guess we could invite her, but she'll do Zooms with book clubs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very
But I
cool.
need to have read her book so that we can.
Yeah.
Right.
That's very cool.
And Alyssa is joining the book club.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. Well. All right. Bye. That's all.
All right. So, I don't think we told Miss Tracy, but we're going to take some pictures today, so that we can get some new T-shirts made for the special episode we're doing when we're done with Miss Tracy. And it's going to be a special 1940s. I'm finally making the announcement because we're going to be very close to putting it on YouTube, I think. I hope. Very special 1940s style radio-ish program. And it's going to be sci-fi, which makes Brooke happy. And it's just going to be a short little episode, but there's going to be 6 of them. There's 6 episodes that I have typed out on the computer, and we're going to be doing one every once in a while so that we can upload them to Facebook. And so
YouTube?
that's, yeah.
Okay, you said Facebook.
I did say Facebook.
Okay.
I meant YouTube. We're going to be uploading those to YouTube with our other regular episodes. So very soon we'll have 5 episodes edited. I don't know where you are in adding show notes or anything to them. No, not at all. At some point. So be looking for that. And so we're going to have some T-shirts. We'd like to have some T-shirts made so that hopefully it'll be popular and people will want to wear T-shirts with our cute faces on them for the special episodes. So we're going to be doing that this afternoon. And I just wanted to let everyone know that we're going to get some new merchandise. And so, as always, thank you for listening. It's wonderful to know that there are so many kindred spirits in the world. And please keep supporting Sideways Sheriff. And thank you, Miss Tracy, for our merchandise and for being on our episode today. And everyone, keep your eyes and ears open for new merchandise. And until next time, stay happily booked.